Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmi, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Yo, good morning. I done lost my camera because we done did a new switch up, but welcome to Habari Live, where we keep you updated with the news, sports, and entertainment throughout the week. Like always, we're all the way live in Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's get it going. All right. I am Damon Dipleen Ellison. We have Iesha, and we got Jimmi in the house. How you guys doing this week?
What's up?
Everybody sounds so excited, man. Y'all done spent the whole morning arguing like cats and dogs, like crazy people. But this is what y'all do every week, and then leave me to myself to be the one sane person trying to be happy while y'all fight and argue about everything.
Well,
because y'all both act like y'all.
If teenager
13.
didn't want to act like I'm telling all the jokes and I'm hotting you up all morning and not listen to what the adult is asking them to do.
Goodness, bro. But you can't let all that stuff get to you, though. You know it, goofy. Why even let it get to you? What we're going to do today is talk about some good, healthy food. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to learn about healthy eating. And we have someone here today, Erica Stevens, and she's the owner of
Bereisheet.
Bereisheet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wanted to make sure you said that for me because I've seen it a couple of times and I was like, okay. Now, can you tell me a little bit about Bereisheet? What does the name mean? What is that? How is it? What does it mean to you?
Okay, so Bereisheet, my husband actually came up with the name.
Okay.
It's from the book of Genesis. It's actually Hebrew for Genesis.
Oh.
And then 129 is the first chapter and 29th verse, which talks about the original diet. So that's where he came up with the name.
Wow. And talk to us a little bit about the original diet that's in the Bible that we ignore all the way.
Well, it talks about herb seed that you're supposed to get mainly your fruits and vegetables, things that have herb-bearing seeds in them.
Right.
So like the animal products that we consume today, that was not spoke about in the original manuscript.
So they did eat like sheep and stuff like that, right? Because I know they were sheep herders.
Yeah, but that was further along in the Bible.
Okay.
Because if you notice in the Bible,
that's the Old Testament is what you're speaking.
Yeah.
On. Okay.
And the Most High didn't really talk past he said, let there be. Then he sort of like got quiet.
Right.
Then it was man that decided we were going to eat meat based on what their interpretation was.
Right.
But his original intent was not.
But I can say, like, throughout history, I have learned that eating meat was one of the biggest, I'm going to say it was pro-human. It helped us to develop. I'm going to say it helped us to develop mental mind state. In fact, it helped us to stand upright also. I'm not saying that that I don't know who or when we start eating meat, but I know that it did help us in some ways. What is it that you think that we need to focus on today's issues that we have with diet and food? What do you think that we can focus on to help ourselves to be able to eat healthier and start building a foundation to have a healthier diet, cooking better for ourselves? What do you think people just need to focus on to get that started?
More family. Get the family involved in the kitchen because I go to the store. I homeschool my kids for 10 years.
Okay.
So we spend a lot of time in the store reading labels, looking at stuff. Why is this cost this much and this, but they're supposed to be the same thing. What's in this that's not in that one. So just being able to better understand what we're consuming. And if we don't know what those words mean, we shouldn't be eating them.
Man, that's real. And it's tough, man, because somebody like me, I was raised. I'm not gonna say I've grown up eating everything. We never really cared about what you just have in a meal. You're happy. So it's kind of hard for me to stop some of the habits that I've had. I do feel as though we do a good job of not eating a lot of meat and not consuming meat throughout the week, having a day that we go vegetarian or two. That's why I suggest to people just pick a day.
Yep.
Maybe we like to do meatless Mondays. Now on Monday, maybe we're not going to do any meat. We're going to eat something, just vegetarian without any meat, and start cooking meals without the meat. Because I think in America, we think we have to have a meat with every meal.
Yes, I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm from the South, so I grew up on meat and potatoes.
You already know. Down there, they have 4 or 5 meats.
Yep.
On the same plate.
Yep.
And then they'll argue what you're talking about. It's okay. Spaghetti and fish
and
fried chicken
is a meal. That's supposed to be on no.
Yep.
That's not normal.
That's 3 different meals.
That's 3 different things that you just consumed.
Oh yeah.
And then wondering, wow, why I have heart disease.
And get itis.
Why do I have this? Right. Eating all these fried foods, all this meat. We have to. I know it tastes good. I was raised eating fish and spaghetti too, but I've learned that, hey man, this is not. It's not how it's supposed to be popping. We're not supposed to eat these things together.
Right.
Like, spaghetti is not a side dish. You know what I mean? Unless you remove the meat out of it. If you remove the meat,
you just do the marinara sauce.
Yeah, and then you can do it.
Oh,
then
yeah.
it's fine because we like to eat the chicken and what's one dish?
The chicken parm.
The chicken parm, which is chicken and with the noodles, but the noodles doesn't have any meat in it. You know what I mean? So you can do that. So what made you start your company and get everything going?
So I have a daughter who was fighting mental illness. We had been dealing with it for 3 years almost.
Okay.
And I was just fed up, and I'm like, this can't be life. Like, what can we do to get it? Because something's broken. I don't know what it is. You raise a child, you think, you watch them grow, and you do what you think is supposed to be done, and still something goes wrong.
Yeah.
So I had a friend that told me, well, you need to get her off meat and dairy. And I said, well, what is there left after no meat, no dairy?
Right.
Like, we can't eat salad for the rest of our life. And she said, life is there. She said, because you can't eat death and be alive. And that's what your daughter's going through. She's dying inside because of the food that she's eating. So I was like, okay. So we looked at Dr. Sebi.
Okay.
Which was very restrictive. I talked to her about it. We did a detox. I did it with her because I was on 14 different pills at the time.
Oh my goodness.
Suffering from seizures, migraines, you name it, I had it.
Oh my goodness.
And one pill led to another pill, and before you know it, I'm on 14.
Right.
So talked to my doctor, told him what I was doing. He was totally supportive, said we'll give you 6 months to see where you go. And we detoxed for 2 weeks, started just soups and salads, gradually, went to chickpea burgers and all kind of stuff. And she just 180 degree. It was overnight. Seemed like she was doing better. I went back to my doctor. I was doing better. Had no seizures. Haven't had them. January will be 10 years of no seizures. So it's changed.
Man, the thing is, we don't realize how much diet sometimes can harm your mental health. Eating the wrong things, not getting the correct vitamins, not getting the correct nutrients that's into your body, it can hurt you. It can harm your mental. So that's a big thing that you was able to see those things and change that in your life, because most of us we can't see that, and food is so good. We don't want to change those things,
and we got to get away from the taste and look more for the nutrition, because after 2 weeks your palate changes.
That's real.
And I used to wonder, as a parent, you always want to protect your kids. But I didn't realize the danger I was bringing was on her plate the whole time.
Right. So
once we figured that out, we got, my husband was like, he ain't giving up his chicken. So it was like, nope. Then he went to the doctor and they said he was pre-diabetic. And I said, you ready yet? And he's like, well, you're going to have to figure out how to make vegan food taste like meat.
Right.
So yeah, so I learned how to make his fried chicken out of oyster mushrooms, and he loves it.
Oyster mushroom.
Mm-hmm. And we sell it on the food truck. It sells out all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oyster
I've
mushroom.
seen people doing that, and it's like when they break it apart,
Mm-hmm.
it literally breaks and flakes
Like chicken.
like chicken.
Yep.
I've
I'm
seen
like,
them
I want to
used.
try it, but I don't know.
I've seen jackfruit used
I've seen
Mhm.
jackfruit
as
yeah.
a option for chicken.
Yep.
The chickpeas.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that. Where did we have that one time? What did they use for their chicken? I forgot what they used, but it was really good. We had the chicken sandwich, remember?
Mhm.
I can't remember what they used though. But I've seen some alternatives, and
That was from Kiwi Juice Bar.
yeah, it was Kiwi Juice Bar. They had that was really good. What do you feel about? How do you feel about the Beyond Burgers and all those things like that?
I don't use them.
Yeah.
I have when I first transitioned, I learned I have an allergy to soy and tofu and
Okay.
vital wheat gluten and stuff
That's
like that.
tough.
So I never learned to cook with any of that. I use
Mm.
actual vegetables, mushrooms, and they're authentic,
Right.
and then I basically cook everything from scratch.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a tough one because most of the foods when you go vegetarian is based in tofu and that's most of the base of all, especially soy.
Mm-hmm.
It's in most of the stuff that you're eating when you're trying to go away from meats.
Yeah.
So I know that was tough trying to figure out different ways to get things.
There's different options other than just using a soybean.
Right.
Because even though your tofus and things like that, it's mostly soy product, you can find vegan products that are free of soy.
Yep.
Yeah, most definitely. But I just know that was pretty much the basis of the whole vegan movement at first. You know what I mean? So
and a lot of them, they don't really care about it depends on what type of vegan, because I had to learn that too. There's different types. There's types that don't care about health, they just care about the animals. So they'll eat the Beyond Burgers and the Impossible and load it up with all kind of stuff.
We should be eating the animals all the time.
And then you have whole food, plant-based, which is what I am, where I use mushrooms and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then you have people that just, so when people say, oh, I tried the vegan, my first question is, how did you try it?
How? Right.
What did you use? What were you eating? And because a lot of them say, oh, my doctor told me I couldn't, be vegan anymore. Okay, what transpired? Because a lot of them eat potatoes, rice, galore. Not realizing there's burro bananas that break down in our system a lot easier than potatoes. So you can make French fries, potato salad with burro bananas.
Right.
What kind of banana?
Burro. Some call them Thai bananas, but they're the smaller bananas that you can find like at Asian markets. But you can make French fries. Yeah. But to get away from those white potatoes, and stuff like that. So I don't just cook vegan. I look at the nutritional of the person that's getting it. And that's why I cook a lot of stuff from scratch, because I have to go to sleep at night knowing I gave you what you paid for. So yeah.
You would say your restaurant or your business is more of a natural vegan. So you don't use any, you said potatoes?
No.
Now what's the thing about potatoes? Now you say they're just, it's harder for your body to break them down. Okay. So,
and it causes some people's blood sugar to spike up if they eat too many of them. So eating a lot of French fries and all of that.
Yeah.
Even though it's not an animal, it still can do harm over time.
Right.
Starch.
Yeah.
I love some potatoes, man. But you have to learn, everything. That's one thing about life. You have to do everything not in abundance. You have to make sure that you're keeping this. It's a little bit of potatoes, a little bit of this. If you eat too much of anything, you're gonna suffer.
Yeah.
What about how do you do your take on pastas? Because I know a lot of people, because pasta is mostly gluten free. So like, how does that work when it comes to vegan dishes, other than just like the sauces that you may put in?
So I use chickpea spelt. Kamut is another one. Like instead of, I'm from the South, we eat a lot of grits. I try to use kamut grits that I make. And the funny part about that is you can't eat a bunch. Like we would sit around and eat a whole big bowl of grits, not with kamut. You can probably eat that much because of the quality of the ingredients.
I mean, like when you think about trying to take your life to that point of saying, "Hey, I'm going to be vegan." Most people, to make a choice, they have to get to a point where that choice is so bad that they have no other choice but to do this. Let me go vegan because if I'm not I'm not going to be here. We have to stop getting to that point.
Yes,
we have to make these decisions earlier in life. We have to teach our kids how to eat differently. Now, I'm not going to sit there and act like we're just this great family when it comes to eating healthy, but I think that we try, and that we're not 100% like, hey, just we're going to eat bull every day. We look at our diet and we're open to trying things. Now, it would be probably hard for me to go 100% vegan right now. But
look, I'm telling you,
if I had to, I think I could.
I understand what your husband meant. When you looked at him and said, "Are you ready yet?" When he got that pre-diabetic diagnosis, I'm already sitting in his spot, and I'm looking like, man, did she really just hit me with the "Are you ready yet?" No, I'm not.
It's tough. I mean, but still, like, think about like how much like fried food and stuff you used to eat when we met, and how much we don't really fry anything now.
Yeah,
we don't fry
I used to fry everything.
Right, we bake almost mostly everything we eat.
And you would get on me too when we first met, and I would be in the kitchen. I'd be in there frying everything, and he would come home and be like, "We can't have no baked chicken, no grilled chicken.
Right, you can't have
you can't put something in a crock pot. You can't. No, this guy is fried."
Yeah,
fried,
can't do
dyed.
that, man.
And see, we do fry stuff on the food truck, but it's like in grapeseed oil or avocado, because those break down in your system a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, people don't realize, man, what the strain they're putting on that system with the meats every day. The meats stay in your system. They say what, I think 3 weeks, something like that. 30.
And then just think about eating 3 meals a day with it. So it's just meat.
It's just
on
never
top of
gone.
meat. Yeah,
it's never leaving. So if you don't
that's why a lot of people have issues with bloating.
Right.
And their guts.
Yeah, man, because it's just sitting there, and you just never giving it a chance to just flush out and detox. So you started this. What year did you say you started?
So we started Bereisheet November 8th of 2019. So we started with the cookbooks and the cooking classes because I wanted to get rid of the excuses that, oh, I don't have the money.
Right.
So let me just revert back to what, because I could have started the food truck first,
right,
and just took everybody's money.
Yeah.
But then I'm not doing you a service
Right.
of being able to really sustain yourself.
Yeah.
So I had to teach people how to cook first.
Right.
Go into the grocery stores with them. And I had an online class. So I would go in the grocery store and go through the labels and everything and tell them what to pick, what to get out of your cupboards.
Yeah.
And then we did cooking classes every week.
Wow.
Showing them how to cook stuff, how, like a soul food meal that would take, 3-4 hours, I can do in like less than an hour.
Wow.
Because I know the shortcuts, getting stuff done. Because you don't cook vegan meat alternatives like you cook meat. Right. It does not take as long.
Okay.
So you're looking at a fraction of the time. Then you got the rest of the time to spend with family.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, is there a way we can get some good collard greens?
You got some
vegan? Really?
Yeah.
Man, let's taste those. Let's get them going.
Look, I told you whatever she had in these bowls was smelling good this morning.
And she said, "You know what? We got that." Wow.
Oh, baby.
So this is hibachi. It's made from the oyster mushrooms.
Wow.
Into like a chicken. It has rice and then the kale greens on there.
Wow.
All right, Instagram. Y'all got.
So you use kale greens?
Kale. Sometimes I use collards.
Okay.
It just depends. If I go to like a repeat location and they ask for the other one, then I'll swap them.
Yeah.
And then this is Jamaican jerk, jackfruit.
Wow. So it's jackfruit.
Yes.
And then this one is the mushroom.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And this is kale also?
Yes.
And you know what?
Wow.
I don't think I ever had kale.
I haven't. I think I had it dry. Man, that's really good.
Oh my
She
goodness.
done sat back in the chair.
Look, I'm gonna be 100 with you right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like mushrooms.
That's what everybody says. That's why I brought
But
two,
these
just
is
in
bomb.
case.
This is bomb.
Man.
I'm not a mushroom Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
Y'all.
good, man.
Y'all better go get y'all some of this.
So how can people catch you? How can they find you and get some of this good stuff?
So we're gonna be at the Vegan Social tonight, from 5 to 9 in near like Roosevelt Row area. So we'll be there with the food truck. We'll have both of these dishes there.
Wow.
Plus the fried chicken sampler with fries, some vegan nachos, some chili because it'll be cold, with cornbread muffins.
So how you make your French fries? You know, sweet potatoes.
Or sometimes we just get them from the store because people just like French fries. So
most definitely,
you give the people what they want.
You want to try this, Jimmy?
I'm okay right now.
Yeah, man, that's really really good. Jimmy, he's
He being whacked.
no, he's a teenager. You know, they
She about to eat all of it.
he's a teenager.
Like, I don't try new things.
You don't.
You don't.
I'm better than my dad with it. My dad was terrible.
Yeah, he's horrible. If it's not soul food, he don't want to eat it. We trying to get him to try new places. He like, is it soul food there? Some collard greens there? Like, bro.
Yeah, we make
But
collard greens, macaroni
too.
and cheese, all of that.
Wow. So
Yeah.
what are the vegan cheeses that you use?
I make it from cashews, sometimes Brazil nuts.
Wow. So how does it get that consistency? Like,
God damn.
how does it get that
Does
consistency?
that mean he liked it?
Right.
It's using a blender.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I use it on my vegan nachos and stuff, and people like it.
When you sorry to cut you off.
You're good.
I'm
You
saying.
do the cheese for the vegan cheese with the cashews and stuff like that. You put them in the blender. Doesn't it make it like a milk?
Yeah, but you put what do you call it? Not cornstarch, but a similar cornstarch, and it makes it thicker.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
And that's what gives it the cheese flavor?
That, and some people use nutritional yeast.
Oh, these mushrooms are off the chain.
I told you.
Yeah,
God
man.
damn.
Yeah, Elijah, you know, he's thanks for watching, Elijah. He's a big component of healthy eating. And he's another guy. He does a podcast on our show also, Wealth for Generations. And he was saying here that he wanted to give you props for using real vegetables and making everything from scratch. That's big, because that's another level, is what he was saying. And I agree, that's big. What's underneath this?
Just rice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
That rice is perfect. The rice is perfect.
It's so good, bro.
Bro, you gotta take that plate.
That's the mix of the rice with that.
With the kale.
Oh yeah.
I ain't never had kale. I think that's the first time I ever had kale.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And see, I didn't put no meat in it.
We didn't do a
just like.
Can you do a close up on one of them? Go to one of the cameras. Let me see. Maybe go to this one on hers. And do a close up, Jimmy.
Behind you. I'm behind you. My camera's behind you.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, the people wanted a close up.
So
there you go.
I can't focus it.
No, I can't focus that well. That's fine. That's about the best we can get.
Y'all, boy.
There we go. Well, hey, it looks good, man. It really does. And the jackfruit is really good too.
Is it?
Yeah, I like it. It's it's barbecue sauce, right?
It's a jerk sauce.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, man. We love what you're doing, man, and because that's it's so important for us to try to eat healthier foods, man. We just eat so much greasy bull, and we go other places around the world, and our palate is so crazy because we're so used to eating all this crap, you know. And I really applaud you for switching that up and coming from. Where you from in the South?
I'm from Alabama,
Oh
Florida.
my
Yeah.
So I know that's tough,
Raised
man.
with my grandma.
Right?
Yep.
That's tough. You off the shore?
No, I live in Goodyear.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah.
I'm saying when you were down there, were you off the Gulf Shore?
Oh, no. We're in Gadsden. We lived there and homeschool our kids for 9 years, and then I'm from originally Tampa, Florida.
Oh, wow.
So I was raised with my grandma.
Wow, man. Tampa. The Tampa's tough. That's a tough place to grow up, because I know it's I don't know much about it, but I know Florida is a very diverse place. What's Tampa like? Growing up there, what was it like?
We had a pretty good childhood.
Mm-hmm.
My parents worked hard, working Americans like everybody else.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time at grandma's house, so that's where I learned how to cook.
So I mean, there's been black people there in Tampa forever, as long as Is it a good big black population there also?
Yeah, because I met my husband. He's from St. Pete, so he was across the water.
Yeah.
And we had all of our kids in Florida.
Man, Florida's. I'm just asked because right now, you know, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and I'm just wondering about the demographics. I've never been. So you've been to Florida, right?
I've been to Orlando.
And that's more of the
it's more
touristy town, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because you have Disney World
Mm-hmm.
in Orlando. So
yeah,
it's more touristy.
for sure. So let's talk about who. I mean, we know your daughter was a big inspiration for you to get this started. Talk about the person who, I know your husband was a big person that helped you. Talk about how much he helped you to get this started, and how much he was behind you and helped you out to get you to this point.
Well, he's been a big supporter. He drives trucks so that I can, work on all the kinks to get this up and running. So he's hoping in the next year to be able to stop driving trucks and help me full
time getting it going.
Because we built, this company for our daughter. She's in culinary school.
Yeah.
Not the one that was with the mental issues, but the other one. She's a twin of the other one.
Oh, wow.
So we built this for her as a legacy.
Yeah, man.
Because you don't hear about that a lot.
Nope, you don't.
And she has a desire to cook. She's in school learning all the tricks of the trade. Yeah. She's on the truck with me every time it rolls out. And she just recently had a baby, so there's even more reason.
There you go. The next generation. Yep. There you go, man. That's what we want. We want the generation. Or we love to see that in other places. When people go to the restaurant, you see the picture of every generation who's been running this restaurant, keeping this in the family, and making sure everybody's good. That's our mission. And I want to make sure that Jimmy, he gets this.
Yep.
I want to make sure my daughter, she gets this. So Habari Entertainment is going to take care of generations, so people can always be good off this. What's this founded?
Yep.
And long as they put a big statue of me in front of it, it's all good.
See?
You know.
See, I was about to say, oh, thank you.
I need the statue though.
I was about to say, oh.
No, we gotta have a
Be a bobblehead.
we gotta have
a bobblehead.
the Superman parent statue. Kal-El, Jarrell, and his old lady.
Yeah, man, that would be funny. That's good, man. So let's tell the people. And I'm gonna try to say it one more time. Bereisheet, right?
Correct.
All right. Bereisheet 129, vegan and plant-based cuisine and catering. Tell people how to get in contact with you if they want to order in and get some catering going. What's a good phone number, and what's your website? Just let them know.
Okay, you can go to Bereisheet. It's BEREISHEET 129.com. That'll get you to our website. You can see upcoming events where we'll be with the food truck. We also do meal preps. We also do catering for corporations. And right now we have our holiday menu that's going on. So you can order for Thanksgiving or Christmas. And we are going to be running the truck on Christmas and Thanksgiving as well. So you can pick it up from there, or you can, have us bring it to you, whichever one, you desire to do. Wow. And we'll have jackfruit turkey. With cornbread stuffing. We make our cranberry sauce from scratch. Like, it's pretty much a traditional Thanksgiving without the animal products.
Wow.
And that's the thing. I asked him the other day. I was like, "Would you rather have the canned cranberry sauce or the homemade cranberry sauce?"
Nothing out of cans, man. I've learned that in life.
But you said you won't give me the can.
I know.
Give me the can.
And I'm just used to the can. I'm used to it. But I'd like, you know what I'm saying, regular cranberry sauce. But if you have to make it yourself and all the stuff that you have to make, I'm not gonna say, baby, you got to make that from scratch, baby.
It only takes like 5 minutes to make.
Okay.
It literally does.
It's literally like 4 ingredients and 5 minutes on the stove.
Yep.
That's it.
Let's do it.
I made it the previous
I'm like,
2
she's
years.
cooking all this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, you gotta have that from scratch cranberry sauce. So I mean, what do? You buy cranberries just something you just go buy?
Yeah.
And then you can puree it or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
It don't have to be puree. It can be puree. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
That's a culinary term.
There you go.
Culinary 3-4.
There you go.
Culinary 3-4. Graduated from 1-2.
Yeah, bro.
The only fancy thing I know how to make is probably creme brulee. That's like simple in itself.
It's nothing but pudding, right?
No, it's a lot of egg. It's egg yolks, sugar.
It's pudding.
Whipping cream.
It's pudding.
It's egg.
It's pudding.
Egg, sugar, and
The pudding is egg, right? Yeah.
I think it's
She's like, I don't know. I don't eat that shit.
Make my own pudding.
You gotta broil it and you gotta torch the top of it.
No, you put it in a ramekin first. Then you put water on the ramekin.
A who?
A ramekin.
Ramekin. Oh, that's the little bowl that
The
we
little bowl.
eat in? Oh.
Yeah, I'm learning all them words. I'm like,
Yeah.
Then you
girl, that's a
pour it-
bowl.
You pour it in, then you put it refrigerator overnight. Then you put sugar.
Yeah, then that's what you burn. The sugar is what you're
Mhm.
burning on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter telling me all kind of words. I'm like, girl, that's a knife. You've been calling it a knife all your
I know
life.
all these knife terms
Right.
now. Serrated knife.
Man.
Yeah, she's like, that's
Butcher's
not what they
knife.
call it in school. Okay, it still does what it needs to do, right? So
Exactly. It's a cutting utensil.
there you go.
It's so good, man. It's so good. Well, hey, we really, really, really appreciate talking about it. We're gonna go into sit
break.
tight with us.
Okay.
We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back with Habari News Weekly and give us a few moments. We'll be right back.
Wait.
Yeah. Anyway,
Say it again.
I said run Habari News Weekly.
We're back, guys.
Yes, we are back.
Now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipling Ellison. Sponsored by
I put my own spices on it.
That's ridiculous.
Man. What is that?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Okay, IG. Y'all gotta look at this one too.
Okay.
That's jackfruit. That's so good.
Yeah, man. What we're gonna do here is talk about some news. Let's go into Habari News Weekly, man.
Already did.
I know.
Oh.
The first story we got today is Arizona fake electors led vocal campaign to overturn the 2020 election. They're now part of a robust state investigation. So they're in trouble, man. all this stuff with Donald Trump and trying to fake the election and sending out electors. People are going to pay for this. And I know everybody thought that was normal what they were doing. That was not normal, bro. You don't want to send out fake electors. They called it the signing. 11 fake electors for President Donald Trump convened of the state at the state of Republican Party headquarters in Phoenix, Arizona on the 14th of 2020, and they broadcast themselves preparing to sign documents allegedly provided by a Trump campaign attorney claiming that they were the legitimate representatives of the state electoral votes.
Wow.
They really tried to steal the election, man. I mean, they were really trying.
It's probably why 3 states have already filed lawsuit against him to keep him from off the ballot in the state.
Well, yeah, move. You want me to move over, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out.
Maybe put it on the other side.
We're going over it.
Mm-hmm. Opposite side,
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's just a tough situation when you have these electors really trying to steal the election. Move it down a little bit. Yeah, there you go. You can make it a little bit bigger. It's trying to steal the election, and we have people that they're still suffering. I mean, people are still gonna go to jail. They're going to court cases now. We got Trump under a court case,
and there's been several people that have already pled guilty.
Yeah, a couple of people have already pled guilty. So obviously, man, they have a lot of evidence against these people and what they were doing, man. So a lot of people are trying to remove Trump too off the ballot. So all this stuff that he's doing is going to come to a head. He's not going to get away with this crap.
I
man.
can't believe there was no federal law or protection or policy put into place to say that if this happens,
right,
they're no longer allowed to run for a federal office.
Well, I think there is. That's what they're using. That's what they're using. They're saying
there's no federal law to say that he can't.
The states have laws.
The states have to do it individually.
If you
to keep him off the ballot,
right. But they have a measure that they can use. If you've done a push for insurrection, and if you were the leader of that insurrection or had anything to do with that insurrection, you cannot be on the ballot. They can remove you from the ballot on that point.
Right, but it has to be state by state case that does it. There's no federal implementation that says
no, just all the way across the board he's removed.
Right.
Each state's, I mean, that's what this thing is about.
And that's what the battle is right now. It's states going to battle to say that
and they're going
we
to
don't
go
want him on the...
What are they going to have to go to the federal court to get them to remove him from the ballot, or is it going to be
it's a state by state. So every state, that's why there have been several states that have separately filed lawsuit to keep him off the ballot because of the insurrections.
Federally or state? Because why would you have to, if you're going to keep him off the ballot in your state, why you need to do a lawsuit? If it's just
because there's no federal law that will keep him off.
So they got to take it to court,
and each state has to be sued, or the state they have to sue the state to keep him off the ballot in that state.
So it's a person that's suing the state to keep them off.
It's like off, right?
Probably the district attorney. That's probably the person who has the power to be able to do that. I don't know. I have to read more into that to figure that out. But yeah, man, these 5 of Arizona's 11 Republican electors, as they called themselves, pushed on unusual vocal campaign, and they compared to other fake electors from states across the country for Vice President Mike Pence to reject the legitimate Democratic state electors. They acted a fool, man, and they're going to pay for this stuff. So much attention has been drawn to the fake elector schemes in Georgia and Michigan, where locals and some authorities charged some participants for election crimes this past summer, but in no other state were the fake electors more active in public promoting the scheme than in Arizona. So they really going to pay for what they did for out here, man, trying to steal the election. We watched this week, man, Ohio. They all came out to vote in droves. We got Republicans. They're flailing on abortion, as in Democrats embrace a top 2024 issue.
As Ohio passes,
marijuana also passed, right? Marijuana legalization in Ohio passed. And
I don't know. I didn't even see that measure.
Yeah.
The only one I saw was the abortion
Yeah,
measure that they passed.
They were smart enough to put two things on there: marijuana and abortion. Two things that people care about, and that hurt them down ballot.
Okay.
Because people are going to come in that's Democrats are going to vote for the green, and they had some people turn on them too that were supposedly Christians who want access and want people to have access to the rights to do whatever they want to with their bodies. And that's what it's about. If you don't believe in abortion, don't get one.
I think it was a Democrat or was it a Republican in Ohio that said that it's up to the women and their doctors to make that decision.
Yeah, man.
On what's best for her in terms of her reproductive or health care. So that's why they voted no against it.
Yeah, man. Because it's crazy. Really? I mean, you got people dying because they can't get access to abortions. You have people who have to have babies that's stillbirth because these people are being crazy.
Right.
You got stillborn people. I mean, it's just too much, man.
Not only that, there's so many different obstacles that can happen during the course.
It's so many things that can go wrong.
Ectopic pregnancy, cystic pregnancy, the ghost.
And then there was a woman.
It's just a lot.
That was told that, hey, if you have this baby, the baby would not live in wherever state she was in.
Right. There was no viability.
We're going to make you have this baby because we don't know for sure. We have to know what we have. So they're making people have babies, not based off science, but based off their feelings or how they feel. I think when she had the baby
didn't survive.
Right. They choked on the umbilical cord. That's the thing. I think they knew that was going to happen or whatever the situation is. But hey, man, that's tough, man. I mean, we're all just trying to live, man. So you want to give people the option. Like I said, if you don't want it, don't get it. Do what you want to do. That's all Americans want is the option to do what they want to do. In case it's in a medical emergency, they should have the option.
Free will.
That's real. So I don't know why I didn't get rid of that. U.S. District Judge Tanya Chuckman on Friday temporarily froze. Well, that's not it. What we got here is this next one. We got the FDA's proposed ban on brominated vegetable oil.
On what?
Brominated vegetable oil.
What is brominated vegetable oil?
I'm not sure. They call it BVO. It's banned in most other places across the world, but the U.S. still let us eat it and consume it like most things. So the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has announced a proposal to revoke the nationwide regulation authorizing the use of brominated vegetable oil, BVO, in food. After a review of the evidence, the intended use of BVO in food is no longer considered safe after results of studies conducted in collaboration with the National Institute of Health found the potential for adverse health effects in humans. The FDA said in November 2nd statement, a booklet recovered from the body of a Hamas fighter killed in Israel early this month. What the heck?
That sounds like several stories put together.
No, man. That's no, it's not. For instructions operating assault rifles, grenade launchers, and explosives, but along with those weapons of war, the pamphlet also listed directions for another key tool used by the militant group, a GoPro camera. What exactly is? Oh, what? Wow, I don't know how that happened. But what exactly is BVO? Is used for, and what kind of food it contains it. The evidence
it's a stabilizer,
and it's in a lot of sodas.
Yep, it's in your diet sodas.
Sundrop, Dr. Pepper, Snapple.
How did that happen?
BVO is a vegetable oil that is modified with bromine. As authorized, is used in small amounts, not to exceed 15 parts per million, as a stabilizer for fruit flavoring in beverages to keep the citrus flavoring from floating to the top.
Yeah, man. California already has banned it, along with the BVO and two other food additives. How worried should people be about the products that came BVO and red dye number 3 there are steps that could be taken to reduce risk. So I don't know. I know red dot number 3 or something they've been also talking about getting rid of. I don't know how the hell how much shit got in there, but anyway,
but it basically changes your thyroid.
That's crazy.
It makes it big.
Huh?
Yeah.
And we've been using it for years.
And that's why women who consume a lot of soda typically have a lot of thyroid issues.
Yeah, they always do.
They have hyperactive thyroid
issues,
which means that it's enlarged and it's working in overdrive. It's working too much.
From scratch.
That's crazy, man.
And then hypothyroidism is when your thyroid's not working well enough.
Right. Well, I don't know how that. Like I said, I wanted to take that back. I don't know how much stuff got in there, and I'm reading it. But anyway,
it was the way you was copying and pasting it.
Yeah, somehow I missed it. But anyway,
but it's an additive that goes in your food.
This is being banned. Hopefully, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration will get this done. They've been talking about the red dye number 3 for years and years and years. And there's several more that needs to be. I think they're in what's those chips? Cheetos.
Yeah.
There's something in the Cheetos too that needs to be banned. And Skittles. Is it the red dye number 3 for Skittles also?
Yeah, I'm pretty
it's
sure
something else too. Yeah. So it's a lot of our candies, man, have these problems, and the rest of the world is way up in front of us when it comes to these things. So I hope that they come to the forefront. So far, estimated 30,000 people have fled northern Gaza as Friday as situation worsens in the UN. The UN says 30,000 people fled the areas of North Wada Gaza, a waterway bisecting the center of the strip, to head southward on Friday. The United Nations Office of Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs has said early Saturday the displaced population fled on foot or used donkey carts when the evacuation corridor of the Israel military had announced along Salah ad-Din Road open until 4 p.m. local time. It's crazy, man. The number of displaced persons in Gaza has reached 1.6 million, about 748,000 of which are sheltering in 151 UN relief and work agencies of Palestine refugees. Installations across the strip, including 588,000 in the agency shelters in southern Gaza. OCHA added that 66 displaced persons were killed, 558 injured in UNRWA shelters since October 7th. At least 20 of those who lost their lives and at least 400 of the injured were southern Gaza, according to OCHA. Man, it's been terrible, man. They just steady bombing each other, steady going at it, man, and it's horrible. I just wish they would go ahead and release the hostages. They are talking about pausing the bombing for 4 hours out of the day to let people get through. I think that's what we was pretty much talking about with this. But man, dude, I don't know if these guys thought the consequences would be this bad for what they did, but they, it's horrible, man. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they can come together, release the hostages, and they can come up with some type of peace solution. What you got?
Yeah, this week, the CDC said that childhood vaccination exemptions were on the rise.
Yeah, everybody.
Not surprising.
Yeah, nobody wants to take vaccinations anymore.
But the CDC also did say that a report that came out said that 3% of kindergartners had vaccine exemptions during the 2022-2023 school year, which was an increase from 2.6% from the previous school year.
Right.
And they say that the overall vaccination coverage for kindergartners was at 93%.
That's pretty good.
For the most recent school year, which is below the pre-pandemic level of 95%. So before the pandemic hit, kids were getting vaccinated. We were at a 95% vaccination
before
rate.
the pandemic, there wasn't people online telling you how the pandemic is bad and it's trying to kill you and vaccines trying to kill you. People
it
don't
wasn't
realize,
a big conversation.
yeah,
as
people
it was.
don't realize how much they're followers
Mhm.
until something like this happens and everybody follows what everybody else is doing. We've been having no problems with people getting vaccinated, but all of a sudden, now everybody got a problem.
No, everybody has a problem with vaccines,
exactly.
and no, don't vaccinate any of your kids. And they just trying to kill you. They're trying to do whatever. They're trying to harm you. Whatever.
Everybody can do. You can do what you want to. That's your choice.
That's true.
But when these diseases come around, bro, and unless you're a scientist, I don't have too much to listen to you, me myself.
Right.
I understand people think they're smart and they're intelligent, but not from me. My view, I want to talk to a doctor. That's the only person that's gonna make me feel comfortable. I know some people they can talk to people online or whatever they feel like, but me myself, I think I need to talk to somebody that's went to school for this, and I could talk to several. I might not agree with him. You know what I mean? I might be like, nah, dog, I don't agree with you.
And that's
so
the
I want
whole
to talk
reason.
to somebody
Like,
else.
even when you go to the doctor, I mean, that's the reason why they tell you it's okay to get a second opinion.
Right.
Get a third opinion if you need to. If you don't feel as though that you're being taken care of the way that you should be, get
It's
that
just
second
hard,
and
man.
third opinion.
It's just hard. All the diseases that we've fought off, the only way we've done it is through science. So I don't know. I understand a lot of people saying, hey, if we eat better, we don't need to worry about those things. But even in the days of eating just healthy vegetables, we still had diseases that was wiping us out.
Right.
So I don't know if 100% just a healthy diet is going to do. I understand people believe that. And I'm not going to fight against your beliefs. But I believe science has an intricate part in keeping humans from lasting. Penicillin, knowing how to fight bacteria, was a big step through for human life and keeping human life around longer. It's my opinion.
Yep. But also,
what you got?
An Arizona dentist is facing a hearing for to have his license revoked, or to not just have it revoked, but completely terminated. They don't want him to have a license anymore. The dentist has had red flags in his background more than 20 years. Dr. Thomas Endicott. His dental license hearing is scheduled for next month.
He looks creepy, man.
He does. He looks very creepy.
It might just be a bad mugshot, maybe.
I'm hoping that it was just a bad mugshot, but we don't know.
He looked like he did it.
A dental board investigator said that a 72-year-old woman went into his office to undergo a procedure. And while she was in Dr. Endicott's office to remove a dozen teeth for upper and lower dentures. So she was having her teeth removed so she could have herself fitted for false teeth.
Right.
And they gave her anesthesia, but she soon started having difficulty breathing after being given the anesthesia before having the procedure done.
Right.
So once she started having the difficulty breathing and she lost consciousness, the doctor performed CPR. But where he failed is he didn't give her good enough CPR. Even though he's CPR certified, he did not perform CPR correctly. He told the state board that he performed 5 pumps to 2 breaths. That is not the correct way to perform CPR. It's 30 compressions to 2 breaths. He gave 5 compressions to 2 breaths.
So that's tough, man.
Yeah. But let's take it back a little bit further. Even though this lady, she died in his office in 2021. This is the whole reason why he's having this hearing. She died in his chair under his care. In 2005, he pled guilty to healthcare fraud and overprescribing narcotics in Michigan.
Right.
After that happened, he went to Illinois, same year. And he also pled guilty to attempted criminal sexual assault conduct after a female employee said that he pinched her on the booty.
Right. And you can't even get a job at McDonald's after doing all this stuff, but you can still be
and he was required to register as a sex offender.
That's crazy to me.
Which, he lost his dental license in both Michigan and Illinois because of the criminal charges.
Right,
now.
right.
Then he comes to Arizona in 2012. So 7 years later, he goes to the State Board of Arizona and says, "I've paid my debt to society. I want to be a dentist again."
Mm-hmm.
10 years after you get you granted your dental license in Arizona, now somebody done died in your chair. You just had it just was not in the cards for this guy to be a doctor, a dentist
He's
at all.
I don't know, man. He's not doing things correctly.
He's really not. Like, they literally, the judge was like, he's literally providing the basic, the very minimum standard of care of what they're required to provide to patients, and he was providing just that, like barely just that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope you wasn't his patient.
Yeah, that's tough. Let's go ahead and run the sports, man.
Habari Sports.
Got smacked up by the Lakers last night. Absolutely whack. I was watching it, man, and we sucked, bro. We need a point guard. I don't know. We just need a guard. We were winning the game, and when Kevin Durant went down, we had no one that wanted to make good decisions with the ball. Bradley Beal, he's kind of new to the system, so I don't know, man. LeBron dropped 36, had a good game. Nurkic couldn't hit a layup. Man, and Bill looked good. He had some glimpses, but I just think he just needs to get a little bit more comfortable. KD is looking good, man. He's doing good, but we just need to come together when it comes down the stretch, when it's playmaking and everything. I think we really may need a point guard, and another. Uh, we're not going to use Bo. Bo don't look like it, so we might as well just go ahead and get rid of him. Go ahead and get us a guard. Um, I don't know, man. The game was just kind of sloppy. We've been sloppy the last few times um, that we've been playing the last couple games. So I think we're 4-5 now. We have a losing record. We lost to the Lakers. So everything that a fan doesn't want has happened. But anyway, Booker is hurt though, so hopefully he comes back soon. I haven't read any updates on when he'll be back. I think he had a foot injury that he's been dealing with. So hopefully we can get him back soon, man. Because we're not doing that great without him as that lead guard. That's why we need another one. Say when he sits down, we have to have Katie or Booker on the floor at all times. That's what I'm saying. I know that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to get somebody in there that's gonna make good decisions when Booker and KD is sitting down, and who can run the second. That's why we probably should have kept Chris Paul, man. I wanted to keep him to be the to run the second unit. I thought that would have been a better fit for us, but they wanted to get rid of him. We got the Big Ten Conference, man. They banned Michigan football head coach Jim Harbaugh from sidelines over sign stealing violations. They're acting like the Steelers, man. I mean, not the Steelers. I'm sorry, the Patriots. It's cheating. The University of Michigan's head football coach Jim Harbaugh suspended for 3 remaining games of 2023 regular season schedule after the Big Ten Conference announced on Friday that the Wolverines football program has found to have conducted on with an impermissible in-person scouting operation over multiple years, thus violating the Big Ten sportsmanship policy. As part of the sanctions, Harbaugh's suspension includes Saturday's game against the Nittany Lions. In October, the conference announced the NCAA was investigating the program for alleged sign stealing. So he's suspended for the rest of the year. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think I'm not sure about that ranking and everything, and I stopped paying attention to college football. It's just be the same teams over and over and over, so it's just annoying. I don't know, but I don't know if they're ranked in anything. But that's gonna be tough for them. I guess they got to go back to a backup quarterback, or head coach to take over from him. We see if that works out for him. I usually don't do too much on college news, college football, because it's not really my thing. But we got the Cardinals, man. They will be starting Kyler Murray on Sunday. So it's his first start of the season after 11 months. He's been out with the torn ACL. So we'll get him back. We'll pretty much see how we look. We're out of the playoff hunt. We already know that. So it's just been a bad year this year for the Cardinals. I think we all knew it was going to be bad, but we didn't know it was going to be this bad. But man, it's been horrible.
They trying to get a good draft pick this year. Good lottery pick.
Yeah, we're always trying to get a good draft pick. We suck. For real, man. The Cardinals, I just wish the Bidwells would sell them. I wish the Bidwells would sell the team. Y'all have been bad for 100 years. Your daddy was bad. His daddy was bad. Oh, y'all bad, man. Y'all can't run a team, bro. Yeah, y'all rich. Y'all got money, but y'all cannot win it. You've never won a Super Bowl. The Cardinals been around since the 20s. It's almost 100 years. It is. It's 100 years of losing. Y'all go state to state, city to city, losing. Just sell the team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give it to somebody who cares and wants to do something with it and want to win. Y'all been, for real, dog, they've been losing for 100 years. I'm so sick of it. They've been St. Louis, losing. Come to Arizona, losing. Chicago, losing. Like, y'all, that's all y'all do is lose. The team never has any type of identity. No identity. So I don't know. Whatever. What you got?
Get ready for the week's Hollywood Hot Mess with Iesha Rowan. Sponsored by...
Lori Harvey split from Damson Idris this past Tuesday. That's another one on the list for y'all. Lori Harvey been on the road this week.
Yeah, you
this
always
year
talking about it, man. I don't really care about
it. It ain't my fault. She hopping from dude to dude every couple months this year.
She's young. Let her have fun.
She ain't young no more. She almost 30.
Oh yeah, well.
She is almost 30. She not young no more.
You're right. It's time to stop. Something must be wrong with her, man.
It's her.
It's got to be.
But they came out and made a mutual statement saying that they wasn't on the right path together. So it's her.
It's her.
It's her.
Nobody wants to stay with that girl.
Nobody. Lauryn Hill said that the audience is lucky she even showed up to the concert that she agreed to play.
Man.
Not only that, since she performed with the Fugees on October 18th, she has since postponed 2 shows.
Yeah, because she was supposed to be here.
She was postponed one in Philadelphia
and Phoenix.
And one in Fort Worth.
No, Phoenix. She was supposed to be here.
Was she?
Yeah, I'm for real.
So that's the third one she's postponed
because
she cited severe vocal strain and injury as to the reason why she didn't do the Philadelphia and Fort Worth shows.
She talking about they didn't give me, nobody else gave me no other songs to make a new album. So I'm still been touring on the old album that I did 20 years ago.
That's on you to make new music, boo.
Whose fault is that?
That's you to make new music. Can't nobody else make new music. Tell you, hey, Lauren, you need to go drop a new album.
This is the reason why Wyclef never don't mess with you. They already said it a long time ago. She had ego issues, and I'm like, that statement
alone.
I'll show up when I want to after people then spent their hard-earned dollars to come see you.
Right.
I'll show up when I want to.
And did tell them, y'all better just learn to show up to the concerts late like I do.
Yeah, she's wildin', man.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, Drake is a bigger superstar than her right now, and he shows up on time.
Right.
Look, Madonna would be a bigger show than her.
I mean, it's just garbage that she thinks that she can treat her fans like that. But the people applauded. They were happy. They're like, "Oh, you're not gonna be here? Yeah."
I just spent $500 for a ticket to see Lauryn Hill.
You gonna be late,
500?
man.
I don't know how much the
Hell
tickets
no.
was.
The
I'm just
tickets are
saying.
expensive nowadays.
Yeah, they are.
I'm just saying for Lauryn Hill,
man.
It don't matter who it is.
They're really expensive. But I don't know, man. For her to go up there and act that way and act like it's not a big deal that she show up late to her shows and have people sitting there for 3 hours, people who've gotten babysitters or whatever else they've gotten. People don't have money like that.
Right.
Just because you got money and you don't care about people's time, man. I don't know, man. I lost a lot of respect for her. This
I
week.
did too.
It's just trash. And she gonna go on the stage and be like, "I'll be late if I want to." Like,
and y'all
what?
gonna enjoy it. Y'all better
What?
be late to the show too.
And then just call off her next shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. Stop paying for her concerts.
Yeah, let's stop.
Stop paying for
Stop wasting y'all money on Lauryn Hill. She ain't worth it.
Man, for sure. Please. Is that all you got on that one?
Yeah, let's
All
roll
right,
into the game.
Yeah. No,
Make this quick.
Do the comic books real fast. And then we get the game.
Comic Book Corner. Sponsored by
Boys Association. They do gear, clothing. Check out their website and contact us if you need to get in contact with them. They help you out to dress better, look better, be a better person. Valley Boys Association. Let's see here. We got Loki season 2, episode 6. Great, man. It was a great show.
Man.
Really, really good.
If you didn't watch season 1,
Yeah.
you need to go watch season 1 before you watch season 2 of Loki.
Definitely. But definitely Loki was really good, man. Right.
Sorry.
That's how it works. But the final episode of Loki's second season plays like a series finale, and it has some great ideas on paper. It is exactly what send off for Loki needed. I thought it was really good. The glorious purpose, as they called it. I thought it was good, man. It's
so basically what happens is, I know what happens, but I'm not gonna spoil it.
So this guy right here, he's not feeling it. He's saying that the show was burdened by a reliance on symbolism without meaning and a plot mechanics without a human core. It features some of the most mythical imagery in Marvel's story, but struggles to find its purpose. I 100% disagree with this gentleman. I thought it was, if you watched what was going on in 1, you should be fine in 2. I don't know, man. Why is these people?
Season 2 gave us a lot more explanation as to what's going on in the MCU and how the MCU is playing out and how it's structured at this current point. So I think season 2 of Loki was definitely, it was good. It was great. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, the music has been great. I didn't know that this dude was down in the stuff the whole time. He's saying like it isn't worth what everything that happened to Loki at the end isn't worth much more than a shrug.
I mean, if you watched Loki
This dude sucks.
from season 1, his character arc and the climax of his character peak was definitely, it was there. You could see it. You could see how the way he was in season 1 versus how he all the way up till the end of season 2.
I don't like this dude.
So,
but anyway,
I
disagree with this guy. I disagree with him. I think the pacing was good. I think that they did a good job of explaining exactly what was going on, man.
I think they did too.
Yeah, I don't think that I was left. I cared about his purpose and what he was doing, and the end of him. What this person is not into the Marvel lore, obviously, because if you that tree and everything that it gives you a lot of questions on where it's going. So it's just not gonna be a shrug off. You're like, man, what is this tree? What does it mean to the timeline?
Because they showed us that tree once before, and I think it was like in one of the first Thor movies.
Was Loki this tree
the whole time?
Right. There's so many questions, man. So it's
Right.
like I don't
Yeah.
understand people, man, who've been down in Marvel and everything they do, but they're there, and that's all they pretty
Yep.
much do. But I think it's a must watch, man. I think it should be. I think I gave it an 8 out of 10, and I don't like much, but I'm not gonna sit there and nitpick it like this guy did. But I think it was an 8 out of 10. We got the Marvels coming out. We're gonna check that out today. We'll give you guys. Are we doing a show next week?
Nope.
No.
This is it. Next week is my week. I'm preparing for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and then
The week after that is Thanksgiving weekend.
so the next one we'll do
Be December 2nd or 9th.
yeah. So we're gonna run reruns into December 2nd and 9th. But when we come back, we'll let you know how we felt,
Yeah.
what we felt about the Marvels.
Yeah.
I watched it last night.
Did you like it?
Exactly what he deserved.
It was already spoiled for me, so I might as well not watch
You
it.
already spoiled. You just because you saw one little bitty scene does not
Man,
mean it's spoiled, dog.
Look, it's spoiled. Okay, I was really just wanting to see the end credits. 'Cause they said it's a major cameo, which
Yeah.
it really was. But
Mhm.
it was
Since you know
major.
who it is, you don't care.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, that's
Anyway.
your fault. Stay off of social media when you know the movie
He
is
wasn't
getting
gonna
close.
see it anyway,
Yeah,
so he
probably
doesn't
wasn't.
care. But anyway, all right, man. Let's go
roll
ahead and
into
run
the
the game. Let's get it going. We can get up out.
Let's get ready to play trivia for Loot. Sponsored by
This is the one you wanted on?
What?
What
Yes.
are you doing? Okay.
Oh, you talking about the
View.
The View. Just, yeah, you got the View wrong.
Did you say you wanted the big ones, right?
No,
That's when we do the-
interview.
Oh, the interviews. Duh. Yeah, you're right. My fault.
Goofy. All right. Question number 1. What year did interest in veganism start to increase?
I don't know.
She gave you 2 seconds. Nope, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna say 2005.
I'm saying 2010.
Jimmy's right, but only because he know he got the answers over there.
How? y'all see, man? Like I'm.
Okay, let's see the next. All right.
But it is 2010. It did start to increase in 2010. When was the first known vegan cookbook, Rupert H. Weldon's No Animal Food, 2 Essays, and 100 Recipes, published in London?
Don't know.
Right. I'm gonna say 1965.
2006.
No. Far off.
Really? It's in the 2000s?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
1922?
I'm sure, like with a name like Rupert. I'm thinking 18 something, bro.
19 something.
Early in 18. What was it?
1985.
1910.
Yeah, I knew it. It had to be fucking Rupert.
Okay, Rupert.
World Vegan Day is held when?
I might as well go and click the answer.
Yeah, might as well, because I sure don't know. November 1st.
November 1st.
Nobody ever
Hey,
talks
I already
about it. It's Vegan Day. We're supposed to celebrate.
got-
You know what I'm saying?
2009, what company is known for?
Founded in 2009. What
Ooh,
company
I know.
is known for producing plant-based meat substitutes?
I know.
Oscar Mayer.
No. It's Oscar Mayer, right? Isn't it Mayer?
Meyer.
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 No,
It's
Mayer.
Oscar
okay,
Mayer.
all right, man. Y'all wrong. It's Mayer.
It's M.E.
Okay. I'm gonna say Morning Star.
It is not
What?
Morningstar.
Impossible.
It is not impossible.
Not beyond.
It is.
It is beyond.
But we wrong.
Beyond
Beyond meat.
Tofu is made from which type of beans?
Soy.
Soy.
Pinto.
Yeah, pinto.
Many followers of which religion are vegetarians or vegans?
Buddhist?
Hindu.
It is not Hindu.
Muslim.
Buddhist?
It is not Muslim.
It's not Muslim.
It is Buddhism.
Oh, they right. I'm wrong. What? Yeah, Buddhist, man.
The tongue has taste zones for sweet, sour, salty, and bitter.
True.
True or false?
False. It's 100% false.
It is false.
It is false.
It is false.
Thank you. Woo-hoo. I got one right.
The ashes is a trophy containing the burnt remains of wooden stumps in what sport?
Volleyball. Beach
The
volleyball.
ashes is a trophy containing the burnt remains. of-
Lacrosse. Soccer.
Tennis.
Mm-mm.
Cricket.
Baseball.
It is cricket.
Oh.
Here we
That
go.
shit's not a sport.
Oh man, I'm sure like what?
Hey, cuz,
could
you trying to go out and play some cricket today?
be?
Right.
What the hell?
By what name is English songwriter Gordon Matthew Thomas Sumner better known?
What?
Elton John.
He's probably right.
No, it is not Elton
He's-
John.
Oh, Gordon Matthew Tom. Dang, they messed
How
that
legendary
boy
is he?
up.
Yo, no, the
Long
bottom.
name
That's how
like that?
legendary.
Mm-mm.
Hold on.
Freddie Mercury.
What's the dude from Rolling Stones name?
It ain't nobody from the Rolling Stones.
No, I don't
Is
know
he a
who the
solo
hell
artist?
it is. Who the
Know
hell
that
is it?
Phil Collins.
Sting.
Oh goodness, we'd never have guessed that shit.
Dang. Why
Yeah.
didn't you say guitarist? Is he a guitarist?
He's a songwriter.
He's a song. Sting is a song. He had all type jams back in the day.
Which fruit
Bananas.
resembles 60% of human DNA?
What?
Bananas.
60%?
Bananas.
You think it's
I
bananas?
know it's bananas.
Yeah. So we're eating humans when we eat the bananas. That's dope.
You are.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It
nasty.
is a banana.
I don't know 100%. I knew that one.
That's why I don't eat that stuff. See? I'm not gonna even say what you eating, dog. What part of the human it is.
Penis. I'll say it. You're in the penis.
That show is-
Penis eater.
That's why you don't see the kid. I cut my bananas up. She looked at me like I'm crazy because I like to cut my
Yeah, no,
bananas
I'll
up.
break it off.
Because you can't be caught eating bananas like that,
As
bro.
a grown ass man,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
absolutely not. I
That's
wish I
not
would.
that's not the lick, man. You don't do it
He
like
said,
that.
"I am somebody's father."
All right, man. We want to thank you, Erica, for coming through and spending time with us and telling us about your business. One more time, tell everybody how to reach you, how to contact you, your website, and anything else that you want to let people know.
Okay. It's Bereisheet, BEREISHEET 129.com. You can find out our locations. Also purchase our cookbooks that we have. Also sign up for cooking classes and anything in between. If you even have questions, you can call the number that's on the website. It comes directly to me, and I'm always available to answer questions.
That is dope. And we appreciate you coming through, man. The food is magnificent. We really love everything you're doing. We're going to try to make sure we tell everybody we can about what you're doing and share our experience because it was really good. Thanks, everybody, for watching another episode of Habari Live. Right on Jimmy, right on Iesha. We appreciate y'all. And into a couple weeks, man.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
See y'all in 2 weeks.
All right. Peace out.
Holla, holla.
I was kidding. I don't know.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more.